All right, welcome in everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the weekend. Let's just take a quick look at each zodiac sign and get you some messages for today. I am posting the July readings. So far, I've only gotten from started with Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer! Cancer and Leo and Virgo and Libra, and I will finish out the rest of them early in the week next week. So today, let's just get some messages for what you don't see coming for each of the zodiac signs. I'm going to start with Cancer. Again, happy birthday. At the end of the 12 readings, I will do a reading for everybody watching. Just a little bit of what you don't see coming for the collective. Just saw the Divine Feminine card. All right, so let's do this. Let's start off with Cancer. And away we go. What's going on for my Cancerians? What don't you see coming? Grounded. So this card for me is always like, does it mean I feel stable or does it mean you're grounded, right? Like, which does it mean for you, Cancer? So all these readings are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, by the way. So Cancerian, which does it mean? Are you feeling like you're stable and secure, or does it feel like you're stuck and stagnant? Ace of Wands underneath. I like that. The Lover's card showing up. Ace of Swords. Wow. Opportunity is the Queen of Swords. Could be dealing with a Gemini here. Also, we have Uranus moving into Gemini in July, and that can be sudden aha moments. 9 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. I can't let... Oh, Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. 9 of Cups, King of Cups. All right. So I feel like something that wasn't going to get off the ground somehow does get off the ground. And Macy, I really believe that there's some kind of conversation coming up. This is the 8 of Wands here. And it's like a sudden conversation. I feel like you have a lot of worry and concern about this. And so Ace of Swords, it's like, I got to tell the truth. I got to tell this person the truth. And that changes everything. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. So this person as the Queen of Swords is, this person is honest and going to be, this moves your life forward in a big way. If you are feeling like you're trapped or stuck in the mud or something like that, telling the truth is going to move you in a better direction. Wow. And I mean better direction. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. This is going to be Wheel of Fortune indeed. This is going to you're going to be so happy you did this. The one that's missing is the Ace of Cups. All right. The ace that's missing is the Ace of Cups. But I got the Lover's card here. You're the lover energy. That's Mercury. Queen of Cups. Okay. The Sun, the King of Pentacles. Oh my God. Yes. King and Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So some of you didn't tell the truth about your feelings because it was a third party. There was a third party situation going on here. But now I feel like for some reason you can. You're making a new decision and you can tell the truth now. This might be somebody who can tell you the truth now. Either way, a conversation that could show up in the next 8 days, 8, 9, 10 days or something like that. There's a reason to have a conversation. And so the conversation is going to bring about a lot of aha moments. It's got to be honest. Okay, that Ace of Swords is telling you it's got to be straight up honest. You can't go into that conversation trying to be cagey or trying not to tell the truth. No, that's not going to work at all. I feel like that person might hang up on you if that happens. FYI. Okay, so that's for my Cancerians. Tell the truth, Cancer. That's what's being asked of you right now. Okay, that's Cancerian energy. Let's move on to Leo. Let's go for Leo. What's going on for you? Earth, there can be a lot of talking about money in July. Lots of conversations about money, or lots of concerns about money, lots of sort of issues around money. Something like that. Lots of issues around money. Hanged Man. You're showing up as the Seven of Cups. So this is a little bit confusing or confused. Nine of Wands. What is the past pattern that is holding you back? That says, I don't want to talk about money, or it's gross to talk about money, or something like that. Something about money. An old pattern about money is holding you back. Opportunity. Chariot. To move forward quickly. Four of Cups. Look at that. Move forward quickly, but stagnant energy. Four of Cups. The Temperance card. The Sun. And there's your card. And the High Priestess. So if you have been, or if you've been dealing with someone who's been stuck, Taurus, Leo, Cancer, not Taurus, Sagittarius. If you've been dealing with somebody who's been kind of resistant to talk about money, I feel like that is going to move forward quickly, mostly because you might be driven toward something that brings you joy, happiness. The Leo time period, this Leo energy of, I want to feel like myself again. I just feel like you're stuck because you're not making a decision. Once you make a decision, things flow freely. Okay? Yes. 10 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Look at that. Beautiful energy with the Emperor. You're dealing with a partner. Could be a business partner. Could be a friendship. Could be a love partner. And this is just so different from how it's been. There's been some kind of pattern about money that has held you back. And when we talk about money, what I'm really saying is something about your self-worth and value has held you back. You don't think you're worthy. You did not think you're worthy or valuable. That is the mindset that needs to shift in order for you to really move forward quickly. You got to get out of this pattern of, I don't know my own worth and value, or feeling insecure around conversations about what you want in life. Okay, there's definitely something there that needs to change. There's a lot of confusion about how valuable or worthy you are, either overly inflated or under. Like you either do one or the other. There's very little balance here. It's either like, I'm super valuable and all y'all can go pound sand, or, I don't know, I feel insecure. But there's very little stability in that kind of rocking back and forth. There's a Judgment card. The Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Swords. This King of Pentacles. This is an internal conversation about your worth and value. And I feel like you're going in the direction of a partnership that's going to bring a lot of money. A lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of really good things into your life. You're leaving behind a chapter that I don't even know that you were doing this, that you were either like really low on yourself or really high on yourself. And either way, those are like unsustainable. So this is really feeling good. This feeling more balanced to me. And like you're really starting to understand who you are coming into this month. And I like it a lot. I feel like it's going to be the authentic detachment. Like, I just know my own power. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to show anybody how worthy I am, or I don't need to do that. And that's going to bring about a lot of success. So good for you, Leo. Nice going. Nice going. Don't forget, we have a Mercury retrograde in your sign this month. So just be careful because you could, whatever you say or how you're talking to yourself is really going to be the key here. It's not about talking to other people, but if you're telling like self-deprecating stories, or in any way telling yourself a story that's tearing you down, stop it. Stop it. Okay? Stop that. All right, that's Leo. Now, Virgo, what is going on for you, my darlings? Knowledge. Knowledge. Learning. We do, like I've been saying, we do have Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini, which is about learning and knowledge. And maybe you're learning a little bit more about yourself, or learning a little bit more, striving to learn something new. It's going to help you in your career or something like that. So, Ace of Cups underneath. Oh my God. 10 of Swords. I'm going to take this, the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. You're done with some old pattern and ready to strike out again. Not strike out. Ready to accept love in your life. I feel like you've been pushing back on people that love you because of some kind of hurt from your childhood or something like that. That needs to be healed. Okay? Now, here you are, King of Cups. The World. 8 of Wands, or the opportunity for a new conversation. Woo! Honest conversation. Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Look at all these aces coming out. 6 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So this conversation is going to get you moving forward. Boy, you really have, I don't know that you knew you were doing this, but boy, did you really embrace some kind of internal sucking. Like some kind of holding on to hurt for many years. Did you know that you had some kind of childhood abusive situation, or some kind of thing went on with you that you've held on to for a long time? It's time to let it go. Okay, time to let it go. And now there's like this movement forward. There's beautiful Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, lots of opportunity coming in, 6 of Swords, like even like a new friend group, or even like other people celebrating you. I like it. Tower, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Hierophant. New, there can be an ending of a long-term commitment if it is tied in with this. If the partner you're with kind of buys into this old vision of yourself, that is like a death sentence for that relationship. This is about you turning your back on all the things you thought you were and becoming someone totally new. I feel like this is about making a commitment to you, Virgo. You making a commitment to you is going to bring you forward in a big way. All right. In a really big way. I like that a lot. So just know that there's some opportunity. This can be about you learning about yourself. Like, do you think that everybody thinks that they suck and everybody has the same internal dialogue that isn't really very kind or generous to yourself because you're trying to toughen yourself up, right? Like there's something like that, like really old school, kind of very dictatorial or cold upbringing. It's time to move on from that. It really is. Oh my God, yes. All right, Virgo. So now for Libra, my darling, you should watch your monthly reading yesterday. It's like you're coming up with a new philosophy of life. Death. Completely changed. Completely changing. What doesn't Libra see coming? You are completely transforming. Wow. I mean, Libra, it is true, and I believe this to be true. I'm a Libra rising. That all these readings are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, of course. But Libras can be very late bloomers, mostly because they care so much about what other people think. True story. Underneath is the 6 of Swords. Knight of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. Doing good by other people here. The Moon. Feel like you're helping other people. You have an opportunity to help somebody. Queen of Swords, there you are. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. Lovers, 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the Magician. Okay, dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo, also a Cancer. And I feel like you're very generous here, Libra. Just be careful about how much you give away. But I do want to say to you that I feel like that's part of it, that you are being generous, creating a team, doing good things for other people. And I just feel like there's a a sense of other people getting one over on you that you don't like. That whenever you give to people, they kind of get a big head about it or a big attitude about it. And that's something that can feel really bad. It's almost like you've been taken advantage of. What is this Nine of Swords? Please clarify. Don't do it just to curry favor. Okay? Yeah, don't do it just to curry favor. Three of Swords, the Sun, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Again, that's a Libra failing, which is like, I just want everybody to be happy. And if you really understood your own moon sign or your own moon energy, you might expect other people to be more grateful than they will be. And so you just got to be very clear about why. Why am I helping this person? I don't just want them to be grateful to me, because that's something that has ephemera to it, but it's also a little bit manipulative, right? Do something that's good for you that also helps somebody else, or that do something that is like in your, it's like, right now it's important for me to give back. It's important. And just focus on the goal that you have. If your goal is to make somebody else grateful to you, that is manipulative. If your goal is to like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm building a business, and that's what I care about, who cares what happens to their ego and stuff like that? Like, hey, no matter what, I'm just building this business. And that's where I stay. Like, that's what's great about it for me. So if you get the feeling that people are taking advantage of you, it's likely because you might be doing things out of the goodness of your heart, but it's really, I feel like you're stopping this pattern. You're stopping this pattern of over giving to people, and you're seeing how it's a draining kind of energy. So not going to do it anymore. Good for you. You really got to focus on, I'm giving, I'm a giving person, but I'm not just going to give so that you'll look at me and be like, wow, what a great person. Not doing that. That's not it. I'm giving to you because it's going to help me too, but it's also because I just want to do it. I'm not expecting you to be grateful. Okay. So that's for Libra. Interesting story there. All right. So Libra. So now Scorpio, what's going on with my Scorpios? No, it was this one. Okay. Stormy. What's this next one? Because they were both in my hand. Stormy and New Life. Okay. I'll take them both. Scorpio is really going through something right now. They really are. I really feel that you're almost at the end of some kind of long tunnel, but trying to hold on to the old thing isn't going to be good. You really have to embrace this whole new change. Really embrace it. Some kind of new life. Yep. Ace of Wands. Look at you, the Emperor. You can do what you want here. The Knight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. You got a lot of opportunities here. Nine of Wands. Six of Wands. Ace of Cups. Are you kidding me? Look at all the aces in these readings. Queen of Wands. So, Scorpio, I feel like you have some new opportunities on the horizon, but you're still looking back to the past. I really feel like you got to get over it. Whatever it is, I feel like you got to let it go. There might have been some bad blood between you and another person. Could be this Queen of Wands. It's time. It's really time to let that go. Okay. And the Nine of Wands says here, like, this is an ego thing. Six of Wands. Like, I want to win, or I want this person to know that they owe me, or something like that. Like, you just need to let that go. The Two of Pentacles says you have a choice here. And Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups, there's a chance for a new beginning. I feel like you're getting some offers, a couple of offers. There's a chance for a new beginning. Don't hold on to a grudge. No, don't do that. Three of Cups, Seven of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Sun card. I like that. I feel like there needs to be better boundaries in your life. I almost feel like you expected somebody to be completely, I'm going to use the word beholden, but I feel like you expected somebody to be at your beck and call, or somebody completely to be subsumed by this connection, or be like you're the one who's in charge, and they kind of didn't buy into that a little bit. So what you're doing is you're sharpening your intuition here, sharpening your ability to have boundaries. There's a nice energy here. Whatever happened between you and this person, Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Cancer, I would let it go, because there's definitely new things. You don't need to hold on to the storm. 9 of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Hanged Man. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Okay, beautiful energy. That just says to me that being honest and authentic is the way to go. And by the way, P.S., this person has a really good bullshit meter. So they're not believing you when you're not authentic. They can see it. Okay. You think you're being, a little bit mysterious, like, Scorpios can be, but I don't think so, because you're in this Aries mode of being very out there. So I would let go of any bad blood from the past, and I would just learn how to forgive here. Learn how to forgive and move on. You don't have to forget. You can learn some lessons from this too. Okay. All right. That is for Scorpio. For my Saggies, what is going on for you guys? Ooh, good fortune. I like it. Let's see. Let's use you. So, some kind of possibilities here. A new possibility coming in, or just something becoming more accessible. Money is flowing more easily. Something like that. Let's see what the reading has to say. Yeah, 10 of Wands underneath. It's been hard. 7 of Wands, putting up some good boundaries now, though. I like that. 9 of Swords, opportunity, Chariot. Opportunity to move forward quickly. You have too much anxiety. There's too much anxiety here. And I don't really feel like you need to have that. The Justice card, the King of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 2 of Swords. Really stopping yourself. What are you doing here? 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Strength card. Okay, so there's something here about sharing, about collaboration, that I feel like you've stopped doing and that you need to really do more of. I like this Libra energy and this King of Pentacles. Stepping into a very powerful, fertile time. And I just feel like sometimes people have taken your good kindness for granted. So there's definitely something here about you're overthinking things. You need to step in. Go look at the Libra reading. Go look at the Libra reading. If you have any Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, go look at that Libra reading from Friday, the July reading. Wow. There's definitely something about a new philosophy of life. And you're Sagittarius. So you are all about having philosophy of life. And I just get the feeling that you can shift kind of on a dime here. It's something new going on inside you that you feel more confident. And it could be that Chariot energy. What is that Cancerian energy? 10th house, the career path. So 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, the King of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. You're moving away from being super tight with your money or locked up about money, or you're seeing a new way. You're seeing a new way. And I love this Death energy with the Leo card. By the time we get into Leo time, by the time we get into August, Lionsgate, 8-8, late in August and then into September, wow, I feel like you're going to be on a new trajectory here. So you're not going to have to worry so much. Some of you have been worried a lot about money, but you've also been holding yourself back from some great partnerships out of some kind of fear. And let that go. All right, let that go. All right, that is my Saggies. Now let's talk to my Capricorns. What is going on for you? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I do this? I can. All right. So Capricorn, what is going on for you? Up here. Capricorn, right here. Divinity. Really upping your game as it relates to God, Capricorn. Really changing and upping your game. I like this. This feels like some kind of reconciliation or some kind reconciliation. Are you reconciling with somebody? Somebody coming back from the past? 8 of Wands. Lots of conversations about how much they made a mistake. I feel like some of you have started praying. There is somebody coming back from the past to make a new offer, but this is like both things are happening at the same time, right? World, stepping through a new portal. 6 of Swords, moving forward. The Page of Wands, excited to move forward. Sag energy of Temperance. 6 of Cups, High Priestess. Yeah, there's somebody coming back from the past who I feel like you're super excited about this. And I feel like Archangel Michael had something to do with this. So this could be oh my God, a twin flame. Wow, where did that come from? A twin flame. I feel like you've been apart from this person for a long time. This person is very intuitive. High Priestess energy. You might feel this person coming back to you. Eight of Pentacles, Hermit, 2 of Swords, and the King of Wands. Virgo, Leo energy. There's Cancerian, there's Sag. I feel like this person has been working really hard and doing a lot of healing work. So if this wasn't right before, it's right now. Something that you're going to need to spend some time on, put some real work into. But I feel like this person has really grown up. Really grown up. This is a legit opportunity. Okay, this is a legit opportunity. And I see why you're excited, because this person has become who they're meant to become. 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Tower, and the Wheel. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. This person might have broken your heart a long time ago. And it was like 2 of Cups. It wasn't as big as it's going to be. This is going to be very powerful. A very powerful connection, probably a twin flame connection. Coming back around for Capricorn. Wow. 7 of Pentacles. Put some time and effort into this. I would do that. I would continue the spiritual path you're on. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working, Capricorn. All right. So put your shoulder into it. Okay. Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. This. Past life. Are you... I feel like I'm hearing you're about to embark on a timeline that is bringing you in contact with a past life lesson or a past life person. Okay, a past life person, past life relationship trying to come in. Queen of Swords. All right, that's Libra, so another air sign. Look at you. The Devil card, been tied to someone for a long time. 3 of Swords. Judgment, that's over. You're moving on to a different timeline here, Aquarius. 9 of Wands. You notice how many times the 9 of Wands has come out in these readings? The aces, yes, but the 9 of Wands is about patterns. With a Virgo. Virgo or a Capricorn. There's Aries energy. Five of Pentacles. You've left somebody out in the cold. That's your choice. You're taking action, and you've left somebody who really is a past life pattern for you out in the cold. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see Virgo and I see Capricorn here. Left them out in the cold. So Aquarius, you're Five of Pentacles. So the Two of Wands, the Tower, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Cups. This is going to be some kind of sudden... I just see you as making the decision to move on, and that blows up somebody else. It blows up somebody else's life. You've made a decision to move on. But this person is past life for you. So that's part of your job, is to move on. Like, you kind of see it. There's going to be some lies revealed, or some kind of stuff that was going on behind the scenes. Going to be something revealed. Could be leaving behind a third party energy. Yeah, there's the Three of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Ace of Cups and the Justice card. Definitely Libra energy here. Could be going toward a Libra. Aquarius, we have Pluto retrograding in your sign right now. And this is like a death process. You taking charge and letting go of some pattern or some past life people. Like, it might be a whole collection of people, third parties, might be a lot more than one person, but you're definitely moving in a new direction. Okay, Ace of Cups and the Justice card, moving in a new direction. Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So very confused, this has been for a while here, confused and stuck. It's almost like you're resisting any good thing, or you have resisted any good thing that had come your way. This is what you're learning. You're learning that you, anytime anything good was showing up in your life, you were blowing it up. And I feel like that's the pattern you're ending right now. Even if something gets blown up right now, you're going to not do this anymore. This is a situation where you could feel out in the cold from people. And I just feel like, Aquarius, you're going to really see that the past life pattern, what the lessons were. It's time to take in those lessons. Yeah. Time to take in those lessons, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, for my Pisces. Woo! Divine Feminine showing up for my Pisces. I like that. Where is the... Oh, it's over there. I'll use that deck next. Okay, Pisces. We have Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Then I'll read for everybody watching. So Pisces, what's going on here for you? What don't you see coming? Ten of Cups underneath. Always the optimist. Here you are. Six of Swords, moving in that direction. Justice. Pisces, if you're going towards a Libra, you could be doing that. Or you have a couple of choices here. Two of Pentacles. Virgo energy. Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Queen of Wands. Devil energy in the outcome. Oh my goodness. Hermit. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Boy, are you... Oh my God. Some of you are divorcing a very toxic person. So there's a lot more to do, though. Some of you are divorcing a very toxic person. And I feel like right away you're attracted to another toxic person. Please don't do that. This is, I feel like, about twin flame, your twin flame. So that connection, all right, I shouldn't say they're toxic people. I don't know that there's toxic people. There's toxic patterns. And I feel like this twin flame energy has toxicity to it right now. Getting out of a soulmate relationship, out of the frying pan into the fire. Okay. So Pisces, I'm saying to you that I feel like you're overly optimistic about what's possible right now, because I feel like you're very still in these old patterns. This 9, I don't like that. Queen of Wands there. The 5 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Temperance card, and the Knight of Cups. Some pattern that you've had growing up that is conflict, either conflict averse or lots of fighting. It's part, that's just one little behavior. I think you got to follow that down. I think you had a lot of very toxic, maybe even abusive upbringing, and it's dragging you right into the arms of another person who's very toxic. So you got to stop yourself. Okay. I feel like you need to stop yourself. Especially if you're like, oh, I'm getting divorced and I'm going toward my twin flame. I really feel like you need to stop yourself. What's the advice here? Take 7 of Pentacles. Take your time. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you might need some help sorting this out. This is a childhood thing that really is kind of subconscious for you still. If you're going toward your twin flame, there's toxicity there that needs you to sort it out. Don't just go from the frying pan into the fire, please. Okay? Please don't do that. Okay. That is for Pisces. Please don't do that. All right, let's do this. All right, let's go toward Aries. What is happening with my Aries? Aries energy. Here we are. Water. Now, I'm going to use the Sun and Moon Tarot. Let's see what wants to come through. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Aries. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody nearby, somebody within a short distance of travel. I don't know, something like that. The Judgment card, somebody in your neighborhood, somebody who lives near to you. The Judgment card, 9 of Swords, Death, 5 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Oof. Okay, this is an abusive cycle here. Okay, this is like we have conflict. This person is cruel to me. We have a falling out, and then they come back to love bomb me. The Happiness card, the 9 of Cups. It's like now you're finally learning. You're finally learning. This is a cycle of cruel behavior. Okay, and they come back and apologize. Yes, a cycle of cruel behavior. Devil card, Ace of Cups, love bombing you. Oh my God. King of Cups, Aries, what are you doing? The Sun. Knight of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, woo! There's all, okay. Do not. This is this is what's telling me that I feel like you're breaking it. The Page of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles says, I'm going to work with somebody to help me figure out this pattern. If you have somebody who's constantly love bombing you, and then all of a sudden there's this little nitpicky stuff that starts up and they start telling you like, you know, you start to have little fights and then it turns into big fights. And then there's this big falling out and then they swoop in. They're like, oh, come on back. Like this cycle of crazy making. Stop. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You're dealing with someone who's very watery, the King of Cups here. And the Devil card showing up to me makes me feel like this is what you think is normal. It's not. Okay? It's not normal. It's a very toxic cycle. Here, it's like, look at this. The Knight of Cups and then the 5 of Pentacles. It's like, I love you, I hate you. Please, please, please. I feel like you have an opportunity right now to break this cycle. Please do. Okay, Aries, please do. Break that cycle. All right, Taurus, Gemini, and then I'll read for everybody. Oopsie. Okay, what's going on with my Taurus friends? Taurus friends. Come here, you. Spiritual cleansing. This is the final card in the deck. Coming to the end of some kind of cycle, Taurus. We have Uranus right now sitting at 29 degrees of your sign. It is going to move into Gemini on July 7th. So a planet, when it's at the end of a sign or the beginning of a sign, those are both very powerful expressions of that planet. And Uranus is like sudden shocks to the system. So something suddenly, you could be like closing out a career path, closing out a marriage, closing out a lifetime, closing out a relationship of some kind, and there's a shock. There's Hermit energy underneath. Knight of Cups. Six of Swords. Like you've got some new offer. Three of Pentacles. Maybe a business offer, maybe an opportunity to start getting out in the world, and maybe you've been hiding yourself away, the Hermit, and now you're going to get out into the world in a bigger way. The Nine of Pentacles, absolutely. Ten of Cups, look at that. King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Five of Wands, King of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of, oh boy. So this is saying to me that your partner, I feel like I'm talking to Taurus who are married, who might have been in the home for a long time. You have some joy coming toward you, maybe a new opportunity, maybe starting your own business or a partner, business partner. I don't think this marriage partner likes it at all. And I think they're going to, even though they want you to get out into the world and everything like that, maybe they've even kind of chided you about like, but this is a new chapter for you. I feel like you got to end this chapter first. Whatever chapter is closing up, it's not going quietly. And the next week to 10 days is going to be very critical. Okay? The next week to 10 days, you might be confused because like you've definitely found a path, and all of a sudden your partner is very critical of it. Or your best friend or somebody is very critical of it. And you're like, I thought you wanted me to get out into the world. Judgment in reverse. So, whoop, putting the brakes on the crossroads here. There's a Lover's card. Eight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. So there's definitely, this person is trying to control you. Trying to control what you do. They don't want you to get bigger than they are. And I think there's a possibility of that. I think you could really burst on the scene. But this 29-degree Uranus has been transiting Taurus for 9 years, I think. 9 years. So look back 9 years and what has been the pattern here. Because I feel like this person wants you to get out there, but not for the reasons you want to get out there. Maybe you want to go out and be creative. You're ruled by Venus, right? Venus is there's a lot of action with Venus this month. So you want to get out and be creative and create beautiful things. And this person just wants you to dote on them. They don't want you to really do anything for you. But it's time to do something for you. Okay, Taurus. So just be aware of that. And I feel like you can manage this person. I do. I feel like you can manage it. Even if it means like there's a big ending of a chapter here, but it's like I'm growing. I'm becoming somebody new. And you're not going to stop me. Spiritual cleansing. Step into that new chapter. All right. My Geminis, what is happening for you? Transformation. Big, big change. Big change. I'm just getting like now you're the butterfly, or very soon you're going to be the butterfly, and this is going to feel really good to you. Let's see what the cards have to say. Like, you know, if you ever listen to, well, I've never listened to it, but people who study caterpillars and transforming into butterflies, they completely destroy themselves inside that pupa or inside that protective shell. Like they're completely destroying the caterpillar in order to create this. So it's a little ugly. All right. 8 of Swords. 10 of Cups. There's the new beginning. 10 of Cups. Page of Swords. 4 of Cups. 2 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Look at that. Queen of Cups and the Hanged Man. There's a lot of like stops and starts here. Uranus coming into your sign is like jolts of electricity. Okay. It's like sudden change or sudden shocks to the system. And then I think you stop yourself. I think you go like, oh, that was sudden. Oh, wow, I can't move. Oh, wow, that's, So I feel like there's a sense of a lot of stopping and starting. Hanged Man, the World, the Hermit, King of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. So I like where you're going here. But I feel like it's, Uranus is going to be in your sign until 2032, my love. So it's going to be a long time of this. And I feel like you just have to get used to this new energy. We now, with Uranus going into your sign of Gemini, we will now have all of the outer planets, the generational planets, in their new signs. I know that there's going to be some backsliding during the retrogrades. But I feel like here for you, Gemini, it has something to do with reputation. Like I'm moving and changing, but I don't want other people talking about me, so I stop. I don't want it to be so public, so I stop. I don't want it to be, it's like you're trying to control things too much. And I don't think you really need to. I think that's completely self-inflicted. There might be some conversation that comes through. You're like, I'm creating something really beautiful for myself. And then somebody is like, oh, well, look at you. Aren't you just the overachiever? Aren't you just so full of yourself? Something like that. That's like, oh, right. People are jealous. People can be jealous. 6 of Wands, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's lots of good things coming in here. I just feel like you kind of get a little bit thrown off by other people not really being as generous or kind as you start this new chapter. And, honestly, you're going to have to get used to Uranus jolting you every once in a while. And when it's in your sign, it's like awfully hard to incorporate the information or because it's right on top of you. So it might take you a while to get used to it. Okay, Gemini, it might take you a while to get used to it. Uranus coming into your sign on July 7th. All right, so let's do a reading for everybody watching. I'm going to pull this up. Now, for everybody watching, let's do this. Come here. All right. For the collective, what don't you see coming? What don't you see coming, please, for the collective? All right. Your 11-year-old self, that's great. It's like childhood, fun, joyful energy. Deliver your greatest gift to the world. Trust and act accordingly. Close your eyes to open your heart. There's a lot of energy of trust here, of what's the word I'm looking for? Like I'm getting like honesty, ingenuity. No, I'm talking about like innocence. Okay, like being very excited about something and very sort of exuberant. I would keep your ideas to yourself. Okay, you're about to deliver your greatest gift to the world. I wouldn't talk about it with too many people. I have learned that in my lifetime, to keep your mouth shut about your dreams and goals, because it's very easy for haters to just come in and stomp on them. So I would recommend being very careful who you share information with. But on a next level, I would really just keep things to yourself until you get things going. The Two of Pentacles underneath. There's the sun. Look at you. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Ace of Wands, inspiration. Wow. Two of Wands, lots of decisions. Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, the Devil card. High Priestess, you're okay. High Priestess, you know, this is Capricorn. It can be like that person who's trying to throw a bucket of cold water on your ideas. And because Capricorn is Saturn energy, and it's kind of like, well, you know, you're going to need a whole office for that. It's going to cost you a lot of money. You know, you're going to need to move to Tibet for that. You know, you're going to, like, there's some kind of like person who tries to tear you down here. We got a couple of twos. We got 3 twos. Two of Swords is missing, which is the shut your mouth card. Okay. What is the Devil card? 7 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Yeah. There's somebody who's going to try to tear down your ideas or rain on your parade. I want you to keep your beautiful ideas to yourself and just take some action. Okay? Just take some action. You don't need to tell everybody what's going on. And in fact, I think the opposite. I think you just whoop, because this is going to be granted to you. The Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups, wish granted. So whatever you're developing right now, whatever you're bringing into fruition, just keep doing it. High Priestess, just keep in alignment with your intuition and just follow it, because you're going to be getting a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of really beautiful, ideas, and this is fun and creativity. Just really lean into that. Stay away from the haters. Okay? Stay away from the haters. Anything else here for you? This is granted. So, you know, the Devil energy can also be about money. It's Saturn. It's like, and Saturn's going into retrograde in Aries. So this can be about someone who's kind of like trying to make you feel like you're getting out over your skis, or you're too big for your britches, or whatever other toxic thing they want to say. The Tribe. Unfinished Symphony. Treasure Island. Regeneration. This is about coming up from the ashes. Some of you have tried in the past and had it not go so well. And I feel like this is a new day. This is, especially for those of you who have a lot of air and fire energy in your charts. The people who are the earth signs, all due respect, earth signs can be a little too heavy on the practicality right now, when what's being called here is about for you to surf the energy of ideas. Okay. And it's not that practicality doesn't matter. Okay. But we have, Mars in Virgo energy is really about those kind of details and things. And all of that is great, but just don't let anybody rain on your parade. So don't tell them. Keep it to yourself. All right, guys. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.